The Minority Market. Episode 6. Why Shortcuts Always Fail in Markets. Every beginner enters the market searching for shortcuts. A faster way to make money. A simpler method to avoid losses. A secret indicator, a hidden strategy, or a tip that others don't know. This desire is natural, but it is also one of the most dangerous traps in the market. Shortcuts promise speed, but they steal understanding. They offer comfort, but remove responsibility. And in the long run, they always fail. The market is a system built on uncertainty, probabilities, and human behavior. There is no straight line to success because the market itself does not move in straight lines. Shortcuts attempt to bypass learning, experience, and emotional discipline. They give the illusion of control without the foundation to handle real pressure. When conditions change, shortcuts collapse, and the person relying on them collapses too. Most shortcuts are designed to appeal to impatience. Humans are wired to seek immediate rewards and avoid discomfort. Learning markets properly requires time, repetition, mistakes, and reflection. This process feels slow and uncomfortable. Shortcuts appear attractive because they promise results without pain. But avoiding pain in markets usually leads to greater pain later, when losses become unavoidable. One of the most common shortcuts is chasing tips. Tips remove responsibility. When a trade fails, the blame is external. This prevents learning. Even when a tip works, it creates false confidence. The trader believes the method works, not realizing they were lucky. Over time, reliance on tips destroys independent thinking. The market punishes dependency because it demands adaptability, not obedience. Another shortcut is indicator overload. Many believe that adding more indicators increases accuracy. In reality, it increases confusion. Indicators are derived from price. They do not predict, they react. Beginners use them as shortcuts to avoid understanding price behavior, context, and risk. When indicators conflict, decisions freeze or become emotional. The minority uses tools sparingly and focuses on clarity, not complexity. Shortcuts also appear in risk-taking behavior. Many believe that using higher leverage or larger positions will compensate for lack of skill. This is one of the fastest ways to exit the market. Risk amplifies outcomes, not skill. Without discipline and control, leverage magnifies mistakes. The market is unforgiving to those who try to force results instead of earning them. Social media has amplified the shortcut culture. Highlight reels of profits, luxury, and rapid success distort reality. Losses, drawdowns, and years of learning are hidden. This creates unrealistic expectations. Beginners compare their slow progress to someone else's curated success and feel inadequate. This pressure pushes them towards shortcuts, increasing risk and emotional instability. Shortcuts fail because they do not build resilience. Markets will test you with losses, boredom, fear, and doubt. Only those with a process can survive these phases. A shortcut has no defense mechanism. When it stops working, there is nothing underneath. The minority builds systems that are boring, repetitive, and resilient. They accept slow progress because it compounds safely. Another reason shortcuts fail is that they ignore probability. Markets do not reward being right all the time. They reward managing being wrong. Shortcuts aim for high win rates or perfect predictions. The minority focuses on expectancy, how much is gained versus lost over many decisions. This thinking cannot be shortcut because it requires experience and emotional control. Shortcuts also prevent self-awareness. When things go wrong, shortcut users blame the market, manipulation, or bad luck. They do not examine their behavior. Growth begins when you accept responsibility for decisions, regardless of outcome. The market becomes a mirror. Shortcuts cover that mirror and delay growth. Think of learning the market like building physical strength. You cannot shortcut muscle development. You must train, rest, fail, and repeat. Using shortcuts might give temporary appearance, but the foundation is weak. When pressure increases, it collapses. Markets apply far more psychological pressure than physical effort, which makes shortcuts even more dangerous. The minority understands that there is no edge without effort. They invest time in observation, journaling, reviewing mistakes, and refining rules. They do not rush. They do not compare. They do not chase. This calm, methodical approach feels slow but creates durability. Over time, durability becomes confidence, and confidence becomes consistency. If you feel drawn to shortcuts, pause and reflect. Ask yourself what discomfort you are trying to avoid. Is it fear of loss? Fear of effort? Fear of being wrong? Markets reward those who face discomfort directly. Avoidance delays learning, but it never removes the lesson. A simple exercise can help. Write down every shortcut you are currently relying on: tips, signals, leverage, indicators, opinions. Then ask, what would I do if this stopped working tomorrow? If the answer is confusion or panic, you have identified a weakness. That weakness is not a failure. It is an opportunity to build real skill. The path to becoming part of the minority is not exciting. It is repetitive, disciplined, and often boring. But boredom is stability. Stability allows learning. Learning creates adaptability. Adaptability is the real edge in markets. Shortcuts always fail because markets change, but principles remain. Focus on principles. Build patience. Accept slow progress. Every time you resist a shortcut, you strengthen your mindset. Over time, that mindset becomes your greatest asset. The market does not reward speed. It rewards survival. And survival belongs to those who refuse shortcuts and commit to the long path of understanding, discipline, and self-mastery.